Good morning, guys. Welcome back to our podcast. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Hope you've all had a lovely week. Thank you for joining us again. Before we get started, please hit like, comment, subscribe, put your comments in the comment section, obviously. And today is all Valentine's Day inspired, but we're going to take a dive into Valentine's Day disasters just to keep it a bit
I'm actually
interesting.
I've had a little bit of a glimpse at, you got sent them.
Yeah.
But I've had a little glimpse into them and they are crazy. But first of all, I can't see a bloody thing.
I know.
I actually can't see a thing in these glasses. I said, Andrew, try my glasses on just so you can understand what I'm going to sit through for the next 45 minutes. And I'm just...
It's a bit hazy. I'm not gonna lie. You might be a bit sleepy after this, actually, you know?
I feel weird. I don't feel like I'm in reality. Do you know what I mean? Anyways.
Oh my gosh.
And we've got little hearts.
We have literally got tiny hearts on our straws and they are so cute.
Angela's got heart rings.
I have heart rings.
We've got a heart pillow, which I've had for literally like 30 years. As you can tell, because it's very bleached. But we've got our heart pillow.
But, you know, we went all out for today's podcast.
We did. Literally. Okay, my ears are falling off. But yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. But first of all, let's delve into how your week was.
My week was good. I've been to the gym twice this week. I
Well
got
done.
up at 5 in the morning. I know, who is this person? Because I don't know. Literally. And I've been to the gym twice, and I'm going tomorrow as well.
Fantastic.
I don't know who this person is, but I do feel so much better for it. But then at like 3-4 o'clock, I'm like, oh my god, I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I think you might need a little nap.
Yeah, but obviously I can't do that. How's your week been? I can't now.
My week's been good. What have I done?
Yeah, what have you done?
There's just a lot going on in my life right now, guys. As I mentioned last time, I decided I wanted to be a Pilates instructor, so I'm doing a hell of a lot of studying. I'm working Monday to Friday. I'm also going away this weekend, so I've got a lot going on, and then as soon as I get back from the holiday, I'm straight back to work again. So I'm just busy, but you know what? No complaints, because everything I'm working on is for myself.
Literally.
So.
But don't you think that, well, I don't know about you, but whenever I have I free time up for myself, I fill it.
Yeah.
But I fill it, but then if you get busy, then you are so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Because you've got literally 0 time. But no, this is all good for you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we went through some of her Pilates questions yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even know what some of the words were.
So difficult. Like, so difficult. I'm not even going to talk to you about ChatGPT right now. But anyway.
Even ChatGPT was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Even ChatGPT, I was like, so I got to one, right? And I honestly tried to answer it like 14 times. Hannah was my witness. And I was like, I'm just going to ask ChatGPT because you can't go to the next page unless you get it correct. So I asked ChatGPT, it churned out exactly the same answers that I tried to input 5 times. So then I asked ChatGPT, are you sure this is correct?
Are you sure?
Are you sure this is correct? And then ChatGPT gave me a bit of sass back, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it said, these are the correct answers. If you didn't get it right on your quiz, then maybe speak to the person who made the quiz.
Really?
And I was like,
Bitch, excuse me.
I know. I was like,
God.
wow, who knew? So I think it's just turning more into me, to be honest.
No, but some of them questions, I know we're not supposed to know everything.
Yeah.
But I really didn't know a thing.
Yeah.
Like, some of the words I didn't even know. I've never heard
I
of the
didn't
word.
even know I had those.
Yeah.
You know, when I look at my leg, this just looks like one. Just one.
But apparently there's 500 in there. Yeah, that was intense. I don't envy you at all.
It's fine, I'll get through it. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
All good.
Well,
yeah.
Have you got any plans for Valentine's Day?
I'm going on a little mini trip I'm going to Paris. Paris for Valentine's Day.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be chocker, and I think it's just going to be full of couples, and I think the restaurants are going to be pretty overwhelmed as well, because it's going to be like obviously one of their busiest days of the year, but
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime, yeah. I'm not planning on going to Paris again for Valentine's Day, so this is going to be cute. I'm really excited. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. You guys anything for Valentine's?
Well, Valentine's Day is actually when Ziggy was born.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, I probably won't celebrate Valentine's ever again. Someone literally told me, like, that is your Valentine over. That's it. Forever. Because I can't just be like, on his birthday, bye, I'm going on a date with your dad.
This is true.
Do you know what I mean? I can't leave him on his birthday.
No, you can't.
So, basically, for his birthday, which is Valentine's Day, we'll probably go for a meal with him. Normally what we do is, if his birthday falls on a weekday, by the way, this is only his second birthday, so I'm acting like he's 10 and this is what we do.
This is what we normally do.
What we normally do.
This one time.
Yeah. If his birthday lands on a weekday, we'll take him out, and then we're having a party for him the weekend after, because as well, I can't plan anything for his birthday because everybody else wants to celebrate Valentine's. Yeah, and even like the children's stuff, like the things that you'd think wouldn't be booked up for Valentine's Day, i.e. a play centre, they have like little events, like Valentine events, for the kids. And it's like, so yeah. So the week after we'll be celebrating his birthday.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, well, Hannah's doing adult things.
Yeah, mother things.
And I'm doing Emily in Paris.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Angela in Paris, watch out.
It is what it is.
I'm so jealous.
So, excuse me for getting my phone out, but we need to get into the stories.
Yeah,
now, Hannah has had just a glance, because I want some honest and raw reactions here. But some of the things that we got sent in are wild, and I really feel for both of these stories. But let's go in. My ex and I were dating for 3 years. Every year he'd bought me lilies on Valentine's Day, as he knew that I thought red roses were a bit of a scam on the 14th of Feb. That's fair.
Yeah.
Last year though, I received 100 red roses. I was surprised not just because of the size of the bouquet, which was way more than usual. Sounding suspicious. But because it wasn't the lilies that I normally get.
Yeah, like what have you done to warrant these roses? Do you know what I mean? That's what would be going through my head. Yeah. Like, oh, what have I done this year that's been so good?
Why is it roses? Because he knows I like lilies.
Yeah.
So he's also not listened to me.
Yes. Well, immediately I'd be like, something's wrong.
It's giving red flag, guys. Yeah. Oh, we didn't get the red flag.
Oh, damn it.
Well.
We need to have that one stop by.
I was still excited about them, of course, until I opened the card. Oh, no. These last few months have been heaven with you. Insert name. Let's call her Brittany.
No.
And that's how I found out he was cheating on me.
What? Did she give any context to how long she's been going out with this guy for?
3 years.
Oh, 3 years?
And he wrote in the card that the last few months have been heaven. Hang on a minute, so he's only been dating this girl for a few months, but he sent her 100 roses. And never sent his 3-year relationship for 100 roses. No, absolutely.
This is what gets me, right? Because obviously it's a new thing. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna send this. Like, you're in the honeymoon phase. Even though, let's just forget he's got a whole relationship as well. But he's in the honeymoon phase, so he's like trying to impress this woman.
Maybe love bombing as well.
Love bombing, 100%. And he's like, I'm excited. I'm gonna send this woman or whoever it is. I wonder if she knows he's got a partner. These roses. What? Meanwhile, your partner of 3 years, gets some floppy...
Get some floppy lilies!
Get some floppy lilies. But also, what a rookie mistake. He's obviously...
So he's obviously done 2 bunches and sent them to the wrong address.
Oh my god.
But also, like, how sad is that? Because flowers for me from that point would be completely ruined.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to have flowers again.
Yeah.
You'd always have dread when you get to the card. You'd be like, ugh.
But the effort that has gone in, it's not like a little flimsy, flowers from the what? Where do men get their flowers from? No, where do they go? The petrol station. That's the usual. No, that is the usual thing. Oh, on the way home, I'll just get some flowers because I totally forgot. It's only Valentine's Day on the 14th of February every single year. But it's not like he's just gone on the way home, got some petrol station flowers.
Yeah, this is true. Like, he's actually made the call.
Yeah. He's had to really think about that. He's had to plan in advance.
100 red roses for the mistress, though. Anyway, it goes without saying, obviously, she did not stay with him, and well done for her.
I would be absolutely fuming. I would be like, Detective Hannah starts right now. who is this woman? Where does she live? What have they been up to? Is there any CCTV evidence? Do I need to drive to her house and wait outside her house? Do I need to get my binoculars? What do I need for this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd be doing that.
I'm the opposite.
Oh, really?
I am an ostrich by nature, as in I bury my head in the sand, and my friends have known this about me for years and years and years. Like, if something makes me uncomfortable, I will literally just turn the other. I'm like, I don't want to know because I know it's going to hurt me. So I'd rather just not know.
Oh, I'm the complete opposite. Do you want to hear something? So I needed to find. I'm not even going to talk about the story behind it, but I needed to find where someone lived.
Right. It was Molly May!
Yeah.
It was Molly May!
It wasn't Molly May, but I do know where she lives. But it wasn't Molly May.
This is the second story, my bad.
This is another story. Okay, so basically, I needed to find where someone lived, and they had just moved house recently, and I knew it was in Liverpool, but I didn't know where in Liverpool. And so, but I needed to find it urgently, and once I've got my mind on something, I need to do it. So I went through their Facebook, and they had 2 pictures of them in their new house. And one of them was a picture of them in the back garden. By the way, I'm not a freak. This was like for solicitor purposes. So one of them was in the back garden, and I could see their back garden.
Sorry, can we just talk about the disclaimer for a second? By the way, I'm not a freak. That's suspicious.
Yeah. No, I really am not. Okay, this actually, my detective work with this case, I'm gonna call it, has was needed. We wouldn't have got anywhere if we didn't know their address.
That's fair.
So you can actually just pay someone 50 quid to find someone's address, but I just needed to know there and then. So I knew what their back garden looked like, and I had a picture of their kitchen. So I knew when they'd bought their house, like roundabouts. I had like a 2-month window. So I went on Rightmove, and I did my like little detective work. Anyway,
She's thinking, okay, they've got 2 kids, so it's probably a 3 to 4 bed.
Well, this is
so
it.
I can change the sentence.
Yeah, well, this is
it. Looks like it's detached from the back garden, so I've selected detached.
You could be.
Oh my god, I'm learning on the job. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I was doing the whole of Liverpool, and then I had to start doing a bit of that, because at first I was like, okay, they'll probably have bought in this price range. Don't think they would have been able to afford a detached, so we did semi-detached, like all this area. All this, and then I closed in on the area because like, hang on, I've got thousands of houses here, and I was going through each one. It was taking forever. In the end, I found the back garden, and I was like, that is the back garden.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What about Google Maps at this point? Would have been better for you.
Well, I did go on Google Maps, but again, because when you look at Google Maps, you're looking at a bird's eye view, and it's so confusing, and it was just too much. It was too overwhelming. You're going down all the streets and shit like that. So I found the back garden, and then I went and looked at the pictures to see if the kitchen was the same, and the kitchen was the same. So then I went on Land Registry and I paid £3 to see if they had bought it, and it was in their name, and it was.
Wow.
It took me an hour.
I want to know the rest of the story then. What happened?
I can't.
Oh.
My lips are sealed. Maybe I'll tell you another time, off camera. But yeah.
That is wild, detective over here.
So if someone had, if red roses, 100 red roses came to my door, and I'm used to getting lilies, well, first of all, I know something's going on.
Yeah.
Probably didn't really need the card. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you would know. A woman's intuition is.
Yeah, it never lies, and I feel as though if that was me, I would have been round at hers that afternoon. We would have been sat having a chat. We would have
You and Brittany would have been like, give me the tea.
Yeah.
What did he say to you? Did he tell you he loves you too? Did he tell you he wants to spend the rest of his life with you as well, and he wants to have 3 kids with you?
Texts,
and he wants to call them Tom, Dick and Harry. Did he? Because that's what he said to me.
Yeah. we would be planning our revenge. Have you seen them TikToks and them videos of like when they get caught out and they plan a revenge? That would have been me and Brittany together.
Yeah. Do you remember that Usher song, messing with the same girl, we've been messing with the same girl.
I love Usher.
Oh, well, I love the music video, but also at the end there is a twist where they're actually just twins.
Oh, really?
So they think that they're dating the same girl, and the whole thing is like they're trying to set up this date so that they can catch her out, but actually it's two identical twin sisters.
Do you want to hear something funny? So obviously I'm a twin.
Yeah.
And Cassie sometimes comes here to stay, and once she was on the couch, and Cove went to like cozy up next to her, and it's
so awkward.
Yeah, he went and did it. Like it took like probably a second to realise shit, but yeah. And I've been going out with him for 11 years, and that was recent.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awkward, poor Cove.
Yeah. Poor Cassie. Poor Brittany though.
No, the other one. Brittany was the one who had the name
Oh,
of the
sorry.
flowers.
Oh.
Yeah.
But she might also.
But you know what? She's also hurt as well because she's
She might not.
This
know.
is the thing, girls. When girls get cheated on, I think they like put a lot of their hatred towards the other girl, but it's really not the other girl's fault.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, don't get me wrong. Sometimes there's homewreckers, of course, but a lot of the time the girl is completely unaware.
Mm.
So we need to start, sticking together.
Yeah.
Girl power and whatnot.
I want 100 roses. I've never received 100 roses.
Yeah, but with the right name in the cards.
Yeah, of course. But could you imagine? I'd be so overwhelmed. Like, oh my god, who is this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
maybe
love
one
100
day.
roses if anyone's listening. I'll put my address at the bottom.
Yeah, Kof, if you're listening.
I'm like, Dad, if you're listening, can I want 100 roses?
There was a girl in our school, do you remember? And her dad used to get her flowers every Valentine's Day sent to school.
Sent to school?
Yeah, do you not remember?
No.
In our year as well.
No.
Oh, I'll tell you after.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh.
So my dad, how cute is this, by the way, for Valentine's Day? Because, like, for so long I've been single. So whenever it's Valentine's Day, if like, I'm living at the house or I'm at the house on that day, he doesn't want me to ever feel left out. So he always gets my mum a singular rose, with the like little cellophane thing. He gets her one rose, and he always gets me exactly the same rose because he doesn't want me to feel left out.
Oh, that is so cute.
And then he gets her like her proper bunch of flowers like a week later.
Oh,
Isn't that
that is gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's like standard that it... Actually, I hope he gets me one this year.
He will.
You will, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just start hinting now.
So about that single rose, but like, I think a single rose is so meaningful.
Yeah. It's effortless.
But I don't know, it's more meaningful because then I'm like, I love this rose. Whereas if you had 100 roses, you're not looking at every single rose individually, are you? But this particular rose just is like a special place in my heart. Yeah, cute. Anyway,
that is cute.
We digress. We have a second story, and this one is juicy. Now, pay attention, okay, because there's a lot to take in for this one. Okay.
I'm glad you're reading them out.
I've been dating my ex for 4 years. Okay, so I need you to have that milestone in your minds. 4 years. He had 2 beautiful children from a previous long-term relationship who I knew about and accepted wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a gorgeous week together, not leaving one another's side, as we both worked from home, and we had plans for Valentine's Day in our favourite restaurant later that evening. To my surprise, when we woke up that morning, he says, "My gosh, I am so stressed out. This girl is such a bitch."
What girl?
As a loving partner, I turned to him and I said, "Is everything okay?"
Mm.
His reply, "This dumb bitch went and told my baby mama that I got her pregnant and now my 2 kids have a baby brother."
What? What? Rewind a minute.
So she's been in a relationship with him for 4 years, and he's woken up that day all hot and bothered and has decided to just vent to his partner.
That he's got another child? Is that what? Is that? Did I hear that
Yes.
right? What?
Yes.
And also the language.
Yeah, also, yeah, like the calling someone a dumb bitch
Yeah.
when you decided to sleep with her, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can say that. I stared blankly whilst he unravelled his whole lies to me, and I played dumb the whole time, asking him, "Oh no, how old is the baby?" 6 months, he replied.
What? 6 months?
So if he's got a 6-month-old child, then she's been in a relationship with him for 4 years.
But
That
obviously
means
it's 9
he
months.
cheated bare minimum 9 months plus 6 months ago. 15 months ago. At least on one occasion. Hang on a minute.
At least on one occasion, yeah, because
Well, bare
normally,
minimum, because
bare
it's like-
minimum, but normally, like, you don't normally get pregnant first
Straight
time
away.
round.
What the hell?
Oh my god! Wait. So there's
So he's like openly just confessing, just like because he's just like spiraling, I suppose.
On Valentine's morning, this is.
Yes! On Valentine's morning. Oh, right, I continued playing dumb and just listened like a good girlfriend would. Have you met the baby yet? His reply, no. I told that woman I don't want a kid with her. It's her fault that she kept it.
That is...
Completely unaccountable, and how unfair on the child as well. The child's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, but can you also imagine, right, going out with someone for 4 years, and that moment, in that whole scenario, that would have just completely, to me, been like, who the fuck have I been going out with?
Yeah, I don't even think if that was me in that scenario, because he's literally openly confessing that he's cheated, but it's almost like he hasn't realised who he's talking to. It's like he's just... He's just word vomit. He's like, oh, I'm so frustrated and I'm just going to confide in my best friend who happens to be the same girl that I've been cheated on. That's insane. Like, I think knowing me, I would just go quiet because I'd be so confused, and then the emotions would probably load about 2 hours later.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'd do in that situation. It'd take me a while to process it. So
the ending is, and that's how my ex told on himself. I packed my shit and left the same day. Well, good for you.
But right, so the person he cheated on had messaged him, or messaged his other.
His baby mum had messaged him.
Well, yeah, I'd do that too.
His baby mum was like, "What the fuck? My kids have a brother that you've not told me about."
Oh my god! And he's saying this to his girlfriend.
His current girlfriend, who he's been with for 4 years. Well, one thing's for sure. His sperm works.
Yeah. No, but I'm sorry. I'm still processing this whole thing.
Well, you're still processing. Imagine how she felt.
But I just don't understand. And the language too.
Yeah, he's like...
he's calling the mother of his child a dumb bitch.
Crazy behaviour.
That is crazy behaviour.
No, it's
What
insane.
is wrong with these men in the wild? Like, they need to be tamed.
In the wild?
They do. They need to be tamed. If you've got a girlfriend, you know, if that's what you have decided to do with your life and have a girlfriend, then fucking commit to your girlfriend. Like, why do you have 4
years though.
Yeah, 4 years. That's
I mean,
a
if
waste
I've been with someone for 4 years, like at that point, 100%, you're thinking they're going to be the person that I'm with for the rest of my life. They're the person that I'm going to picture having children with.
Yeah. Well, thank
that
God.
Stage.
Thank God she didn't have kids with him or get married, because imagine finding that out after. Imagine finding that out after you've got married to someone or had kids with someone. Like if you had kids with someone, you can't just then not have him in your life. You can't just run away. Like, that person still has to be in your life forever.
Literally.
She had a lucky escape, actually.
Yeah, and also, how dumb is this guy?
Yeah.
Like, also, how dumb is this guy? Like, he must have just got into, like, what's that mode? Like, not involuntary mode, like...
Subconscious.
Like, what's the word I'm looking for?
No idea.
You know, like, when you put a toy into, like, the other setting, like, not manual, like... What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. But it's like...
Factory settings, you know? Like, he just malfunctioned for like 10 minutes.
He just malfunctioned. Yeah, well, he did it at the wrong place and the wrong time. But what I don't understand is, so you've had that conversation, imagine you're him, and you've malfunctioned. At what point are you like, shit, I'm talking to my partner?
I guess when she started packing her stuff, that's when he would have realised, like, oh, oops.
Yeah, there's way more to this story that I wish I could unpack.
I know.
Like, how did it end? What happened? Did he chase you afterwards?
She packed her shit, unless I hope she blocked, deleted, blocker, all the rest of it, because that is not someone that even deserves a line of communication. That's insane.
Oh my god, no. I'm so lucky I've not been in that situation.
I know.
I don't even know what I'd do. I think I would freeze. You know when you have like a vision in your head what you would do in that situation, but then when you're in the situation, it's so different. Like, I actually think, in my head, I'd like to think I'd be shouting, I'd be arguing, I'd be like, fuck you, like, what the fuck, who do you think I am, da-da-da-da. But I'd probably be like, oh my god, internally.
I know. I would just go deadpan silent, because I wouldn't believe what my ears are hearing.
Yeah.
Because I think you go into denial first, don't you?
Yeah. Like,
I don't even think the anger would have processed until, like, maybe even a couple of months later.
that is such a Valentine disaster. Like, the next Valentine, like, even if you were happy with someone else, you would still be traumatized. You'd have PTSD.
I'd be like, is there a child on the way, by the way?
Yeah.
And then the next day I'd be like, by the way, is there a child on the way?
Yeah. Aww.
That's awful. I know, I feel really bad for
I do have a bit of a Valentine's disaster story, but it's nowhere near like that.
It's nowhere near.
And in fact, it's really tame, but it's just a funny little story. So, Kof and I, on our first Valentine, we weren't even, I don't even think we were boyfriend and girlfriend at this point. I think we were just seeing each other. I can't remember, it was that long ago. And we went to this cute little place called Tobacco on Bold Street. Have you been? It's at the very end of Bold Street by the Bombed Out Church.
It, but I don't think I've been. No.
Right, it's really cute. It's really cute.
Oh wait, no, I've been.
It's only small. Okay. It's like it's like quite narrow, but then they've got this little room. Have you seen the little room?
Yeah.
It's really intimate. Probably like 8 people can sit in there. And Kof was walking over to our table with a tray of drinks, and he must have tripped, and the drinks fell on the floor. But we're in this tiny, tiny, intimate space, and it's Valentine's Day, and everyone's with couples, so it was just so awkward. And in that moment as well, I was like, I really like him, but that's so annoying. Like, he's done that. Like,
did it give you ick?
It didn't give me ick, but it was close. I liked him too much for it to give me ick.
Oh no, because I obviously was really good friends with Hannah when they first met, and like the girl was obsessed.
I was obsessed. I feel like that's what you have to do.
Is that how you found? Oh my god, guys! The whole story was her finding his address. Of course it was.
Oh.
Of course it was.
No, it wasn't.
I'm joking.
I mean, no. But if it had to get to that at some point, maybe, who knows, I might have gone that far. But no, but yeah, it didn't give me the ick. But I remember thinking, like, oh, that's just so uncool that's happened.
Yeah.
But then I also remember thinking, oh, I feel really sorry for him, because, like, if it was you who had dropped the drink...
Oh, I'd be mortified.
Yeah, and you're trying to impress.
Especially if it went on to anyone else, or, like, on himself as well.
Well, luckily it didn't go on anyone else.
Okay,
luckily.
Good.
But it was so awkward, because everyone was just silent.
It's that awkward walk back to the bar, like, can I have some more, please?
I remember I dropped my Starbucks on the way... So I'd come out of Starbucks, and I dropped my Starbucks, and I went back in, and I was like, oh, I dropped it, and they were like, do you want a free one? I was like, absolutely. So the next time I went to Starbucks, I just...
She's gonna tell herself again, I can feel it.
I drank my drink, because basically where I work is not far from Starbucks. So I walked back, and I drank my drink, and then I went back, and I said, oh, I dropped my Starbucks. I got another free drink.
She found a loop in the system.
Yeah, I got another free drink, honestly. I didn't use it again because I thought they're going to catch on.
Well, yeah, if you go to the same place.
But I got another free drink, and I started, like, getting friendly with the girls and things like that, and they'd give me free shots.
You loved that.
Yeah, it was good. And
do you know what? I loved my people at Pret. Because when I had my subscription, like, obviously I would be in and out all the time, so I got to a point where I'm, like, become really good friends. I could walk in, they'd be like, hi Angela, how are you? And I'd be like, how are you guys? What are your customers like together? You guys busy today? Because I worked in the building next door, so we would like talk about how busy we were and all the rest of it. But they started to give me free cookies, free croissants, free chocolate croissants, everything. And then like it got to a point I was going for lunch and I was just getting everything for free. It was delightful.
Doesn't it just boost your mood though? Even knowing the person on the other side of the counter, especially when it's a work day.
Yeah.
And just like it just boosts your mood.
Yeah.
I was working in a place in Liverpool, and the Starbucks was I'm just a Starbucks
The digression is digressing.
Yeah. Well, talking about Valentine and love, this guy always used to serve me, but he would never like speak to me, and he would never look at me, and he was only like, to me he was like a little boy, you know. And one day I got my drink and he put a little heart. It was either a little heart or no, it was a heart. It was something on it. I don't want to go to Starbucks again now.
Oh no.
Yeah, because he, like, to me he was like a child. He probably wasn't, but he just was very youthful.
I bet he was just practicing his hearts that day, but you just took it the wrong way.
No, because I got the vibe anyway, like he would never speak to me. He didn't want to look at me. Like, it was just very, I don't know, it was like I intimidated him. But I thought it's because I was older, he's like maybe new, whatever. Yeah. But he gave me a heart that day, and then since then it was just really awkward. Because it's like, well, do you know what I mean? He knew he gave me the heart, I knew he gave me the heart, but we just never spoke about it.
The unspoken heart.
The unspoken, yeah. That was like 4 years ago, and the other day I walked past and he's still working there.
Do you remember, like, in school when you used to have a crush on someone but you absolutely would not tell them?
Yes.
Because you said unspoken heart, and it just made me think, like, oh, imagine all of the Valentines people that could have existed but they never existed because they never said anything.
But do you know when we were in school though, and because you didn't say anything, but you'd still have hope that you might get a Valentine's
you
card?
would think, like, yeah, what the hell was that? Why did we think we
I
could
don't
get
know.
Valentine's cards? And,
Of
like,
our crushes who didn't know we liked them, and also who were in a completely different school to us.
yeah, because where we went to school, it was a girls' school and the boys' school further up the road. So two completely separate buildings.
I remember I remember having a crush so bad on this guy, and I was like,
I'm gonna ask her after who it was.
and it was like I was like in love with him. I was like, I'm marrying this boy, and he had no idea. But I remember I kissed him once, and I was like, that is our like start of our relationship. And then we never kissed again, and obviously it was just a peck. But I remember walking, so he lived like half an hour.
It was just a peck.
He lived half an hour, like 40 minutes away, something like that, from where I lived. And I remember getting off the school bus, and I was walking towards my mum's, and I went into my mum, and my mum said, can you just go to the shop and get me something? So the shop was another 15-minute walk away, so I started walking to the shop, and who do I bump into? My crush.
Not your crush, your future husband.
My future husband, who lives 40 minutes away. So I'm like, this is a sign.
Yeah.
Like, I take that as like, this is it. This is God telling me that we are meant to be together, because why on earth would I bump into him here?
Absolutely.
So we had like a 2-second conversation. He actually asked me if I knew where another boy lived, which I did. I was like, yeah, I'll help you with directions. And off I went to the shop, and I came back and I was like, Mum, guess who I just bumped into? And she was like, who the fuck is that? Because I don't know if I told her about this crush, but I was just so excited to tell someone, and I didn't have a phone or anything, so I was like, Mom! And she's like, okay. Yeah. But we didn't end up together, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad times.
Thank you for that little digression.
No problem.
So much.
Have you had a crush like that, like where you thought you were going to marry them?
100%. 100%. I can't tell you who, but I used to be absolutely obsessed with this guy from school. I just used to think he was so cute. Okay, and I'm talking like
after this episode's going to be juicy, our conversation.
I'm talking about like when I was like 14 and we had the school disco, right? And he was at the school disco.
The school discos, oh my god.
Right? And I think back then, because you used to just be like so airy-fairy and have like all these ideas in your brain, I was like, I know I'm gonna go there, and like, you know, like when you used to watch old shows and there'd be like a spotlight on you and it would be like, oh, that's the pretty girl, that's the girl everyone wants to be with. Like, I just had this vision of like, he would just see me and he would just absolutely love me. But anyway, that is obviously not what happened. Me and him didn't even speak to each other. I don't even think he saw me because
you know.
But then weirdly, I actually bumped into him like a few months ago. I didn't tell him.
So
but I did
know who this is.
I'll tell you after. But yeah, I got the chance to say hello to him, but he kind of ran off quickly, so I don't think I was his crush.
Do you know the school discos were so awkward?
Were they?
It's like boys on one side, girls on the other. Who was going to make the first move? Because as soon as one person integrated, everyone would integrate. But before that moment, it was like we didn't know each other. Yeah. We couldn't step over this invisible line. God forbid we stepped over that invisible line. And
do you know what? It must have been so fun for the teachers. They must have loved watching the awkwardness of that.
Yes.
Like, so funny.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall, but I feel like that wouldn't happen now. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the younger generation now are just more ballsy. Like, they would just be integrated from the second.
Yeah, they'd be like, do you want to go outside? And
Ew.
No, but I swear they're so old, these young people.
Yeah, no, for real.
But yeah, I remember just not being able to, like, I'd be so stiff. I'd be like, oh, he's over there. If you had multiple crushes, it'd be, like, even worse.
I feel like I was way worse with talking to boys as well, because I went to an all-girls school, so I was so used to speaking with females that, like, when I started interacting with men, I think I was so socially awkward. It's like it took me a while to get the nerves out my system. Yeah, to speak to a guy.
Not only I feel like the same with you, but I was also really naive.
Oh god, yeah, same.
Really
I
naive.
used to think, oh, he's being nice to me, therefore he's nice. No.
Yeah. Don't trust him. He's a fucking prick. No, I used to have like a guy best friend in school, and I used to stay at his house, and I would stay in his room, and it just wasn't awkward at all because we were like family friends. Like, well, my parents were friends with his parents, and we were always integrating with each other as family. So like to me, like boys were like mates.
Yeah.
Even though I still found it, because with him it was fine, but if I liked someone, I couldn't say a word, like nothing would come out my mouth. I was too
Yeah.
So I just thought like, I can stay at guys' houses and we're mates. No, you can't do that.
No, you can't. Yeah.
You can't do that. It gives the wrong message.
It does, absolutely.
It gives the wrong message.
Okay, well, speaking of wrong messages, let's get the right messages. Yes. It's time to get our quote for the week.
Am I going?
I want to say it's your go.
Okay.
I don't know. But...
Right. The camera can eat first, even though you're never going to see it. Never sees it. Your heart will heal, the tears will dry, and the season will change.
How weird
that
this
is so
was
weird.
a Valentine's podcast, and just after those two stories, obviously, I feel like this is made for those two women, and for obviously so anybody else who needs to heal themselves. Like, if you are celebrating Valentine's Day on your own, guys, make it a self-love day.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being single. It's not the be-all and end-all. I've been single and I've been in relationships, and yes, it can feel really lonely when I'm single, but sometimes when I'm in a relationship, I just want to be free.
Yeah.
You know?
And
like,
I also
use the time to love yourself and reflect and give yourself some self-love.
100%.
Have a nice hot bath, make yourself hot chocolate or a wine, whatever you prefer, put on your favourite TV show and just chill, or have a Galentine's, do something.
And if you are single and all your friends are busy, maybe with partners, or you just feel really lonely, then maybe use that time to put yourself out there and just say, Mum, do you want to have watch a movie? Do you want to like do something? Even with like, when do you ever like reach out to your mum and say, do you want to do something? Or even your dad or something, or do you want to go for a coffee? Something like cute together to even spend with the ones you love, your sisters, your brothers. Like, it's a time for everyone. Like, I've got Ziggy, and I think I'm so lucky to spend that with him because I love him. And at the end of the day, Valentine's it's about
love. Exactly.
So that can carry it on to anyone. It can be your sister, your brother, your children, your mum, your dad, and yourself.
Absolutely. But yeah, thank you for coming again, and hope you have a lovely, lovely week and a lovely Valentine's Day as well, guys.
And we'll see you in the
See
next
you
one.
again next week.
Bye.